Hello everybody, I'm Adam Pacitti from Cultaholic Wrestling, and it's Christmas Eve. Hopefully that means as many of you as possible have now broken up for work. Congratulations if you are one of those people. Stick the out of office on, bloody warm up some mulled wine, fill yourself full of chocolate, and most importantly, watch me deliver some lovely wrestling news. On today's show, I'm just going to read it off the sheet because I don't know how to do that fancy After Effects stuff. I'm cutting this, not a clue. AEW Tag Team teasing a split. A big match has been added to tonight's NXT, which I'm live streaming. New Japan have cancelled a Wrestle Kingdom match. The Impact Wrestling Super X Cup brackets have been revealed. And right at the end, so I don't piss anybody off, I'm going to go through all of the spoilers from last night's SmackDown taping. Let's get on with it. So I think it's fair to say that 2020 has been a pretty rocky year for all of us, but perhaps nobody more so than in the kayfabe world of Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels as tag team partners in AEW. So they've certainly been going downhill more than they have uphill. This is a bit Alan Partridge already, this. Obviously, they lost last week to the Acclaimed, and now they've appeared on Britt Baker's waiting room. Frankie was talking about how he always felt like he could rely on the Fallen Angel, but he pointed out that Daniels was the guy that ate the pin last week, and then Daniels went on to say that essentially the past injuries, and he's been wrestling forever obviously, past injuries have worn him down to the point that he dreads even getting on a plane right now. And he's not doing a Jim Cornette, he's not scared of flying, he doesn't know if his heart's in it anymore. And so he was about to walk away, but Kazarian stopped him and convinced him to keep fighting, scrape themselves from the bottom of the barrel, ascend the AEW mountain and become AEW Tag Team Champions. Daniels thankfully agreed, but an ultimatum was set. And that ultimatum is, the next time they lose as a tag team, they split. Whew, which I think would be a tremendous shame because they're really, really great together. Despite the fact that Christopher Daniels is over 200 years old, he can obviously still go. He still, to me, looks as fresh as he did like 10 years ago in the ring. The stuff that guy can do is absolutely amazing. Frankie Kazarian, obviously fantastic as well. Who knows where this leaves Scorpio Sky? Perhaps we're going to see them work their way up, finally get that AEW Tag Team title match that they want now, and then they lose, then they split, maybe a heel turn, maybe one of them continues teaming with Scorpio Sky. I'm not sure where they're going to go with this, which is why I really like it, because there are so many possibilities. And it would be a huge split. These guys, these two have been teaming together since 2011. In TNA, they were two-time TNA Tag Team Champions, so it would feel like a really, really big deal. I don't expect this to be like next week. I don't think they're going to lose their next match. I expect to see them start winning, but personally, I don't think they're going to capture the AEW Tag Team titles. I don't think that's going to happen. I think one's going to go off as singles, one's going to be in a tag team. Probably Daniels. Maybe Kaz heel turn? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. But it'll be a sad day, won't it? Almost 10 years. Will they get to the 10-year mark? Time will tell. Next up, a big match has been added to tonight's NXT, featuring a superstar that we thought that we weren't going to see for a little while. It was announced that she was injured on NXT, but then it was revealed by the dirty dirt sheets that actually she was experiencing visa issues. It appears that those are now sorted. We will see Dakota Kai square off against former NXT Women's Champion Rhea Ripley. That should be a hell of a match, and the card itself is shaping up pretty nicely, I think it's fair to say. We've got the NXT Tag Team titles on the line, Killian Dane and Drake Maverick taking on Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. We've got Swerve Scott versus Jake Atlas. That should be pretty nice too. We're seeing Bronson Reed returning. We've not seen him in a little while. His opponent hasn't been announced yet, but he's just going to be squashing some jobber, isn't he? And also, we've got Finn Balor and Kyle O'Reilly reliving their epic NXT title match. One of my favorite matches of 2020. I think it was fantastic. This is ahead, of course, of the rematch on the New Year's special show, which should be tremendous. And I think, genuinely, like, they're going up against AEW. AEW also running a special that night. They're gonna impress that night for sure. They always do, but I've got a feeling that Kyle O'Reilly's gonna win there. I really do, because I think if he doesn't win, we might not see him challenge for the NXT title maybe ever again. I think this is probably his last chance before they go up to the main roster, God knows when. So I'm really hoping that he does it, and it would be a hell of a moment for Kyle O'Reilly, who not only is he amazing in the ring, he is one of the most gifted and most consistently entertaining superstars on the NXT roster, in all of WWE. You just can't take your eyes off him. He's so much fun to watch. And also, the Way are going to present a very Gargano Christmas, so keep an eye out for that. I'll be doing live reactions. You can set a reminder right now. Cultaholic, no, youtube.com/Cultaholic/live. Hopefully I'll see you there. Next up, New Japan Pro Wrestling are having an absolute mare today. Complete disaster, as a match that they announced mere hours ago has already been cancelled. So they held this special press conference and announced that Kenta would defend the IWGP US right to challenge contract against Juice Robinson on January the 4th. That match is already gone. Robinson has sustained a fractured orbital bone and will be unable to wrestle. So they've said here that an announcement about Kenta's opponent at Wrestle Kingdom will be made in due course. I looked at the tweets. Everybody's posting gifs of Jon Moxley, who of course is the champion right now. I think it's very unlikely. Tony Khan has already said that it's not happening. Moxley's not going to be traveling from the US over to Japan. So I think that's not going to happen. But I don't know, time with the exceptional circumstances and everything, maybe Tony will throw him a bone. We'll see. But yeah, what a nightmare of a day for New Japan there. Next up, late last week, Impact Wrestling announced the return of a tournament that we've not seen since 2017. It took place under the GFW banner. Remember them? I'm talking, of course, about the Super X Cup. This will be the 4th installment of the tournament. It's taking place on January the 9th at Genesis, and we now have the brackets. Let's go through these matches. We've got Ace Austin versus Suicide. Davari taking on Cousin Jake. We've got Crazy Steve, he's mental, taking on Trey Lamar. And we've got Casey Navarro taking on Blake Christian. If I had to pick a winner, just from looking at that, I think I'd go with Ace Austin. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you've not seen a Super X Cup before, they're really fantastic. Like, the in-ring quality is going to be sensational. They typically bring wrestlers that aren't necessarily contracted to Impact Wrestling, wrestlers from around the world. They fight, there's a winner, wins a big cup. It's pretty self-explanatory. Tune in, January the 9th. What a sell. And finally, Nino, spoiler alert. That was annoying, wasn't it? If you don't want to know the match results from last night's SmackDown tapings, then tune out now. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I hope that 2021 is better than 2020 and all that bollocks. I know, I truly do. It was what I saw of the show, and I was in the Thunderdome for a solid 25 minutes. It looked really bloody good. I got ejected, right? First of all, Tom Campbell sat there. By the end of the night, he's bloody front row with Barry the Shark dicking about. All I did was just some silly faces. I'm straight out of there. Shambles, Vince. But thanks for giving the guys Christmas Day off. God bless you. So it's a very happy Christmas for one man especially. We'll get to that in a second. The first match, steel cage match. Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. It's a TLC rematch, and this was near pay-per-view quality. It was practically pay-per-view quality. It was a really great match, considering how busted up both of those men, especially Owens, must have been after TLC. They didn't pull any punches. There were great near falls. There was great storytelling. Jey Uso, right at the end, comes out, pair of handcuffs. He handcuffs Kevin Owens to the steel cage. Just as it looks like Owens is about to win, hit Roman with a stunner, and he can't walk out, obviously, because he's handcuffed to the cage. And then Roman Reigns just slowly gets to his feet, just like that. He was making that noise. He called him a little bitch or something as well when he got out there. So I think we all knew that was coming. Roman Reigns retaining the US title. Also, Charlotte Flair and Asuka defeating Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair, and Bayley and Carmella in a triple threat tag team elimination match for the women's tag team titles. I think a fairly predictable result again there. I didn't see it because I was kicked out. Daniel Bryan defeating Jey Uso also, but the one that we all really want to talk about, and I'm buzzing about this, is going to be a very Merry Christmas in this man's house. His name is Big E, who is the new Intercontinental Champion, and apparently it was a fantastic match. I think this is the right call. I like the idea of the Intercontinental title being used like it used to be as a stepping stone to get to world title success. Big E doesn't need to just go straight in there and win the world title as far as I'm concerned. I really like this, and I think he's going to have a great reign. Sami had a fantastic reign as far as I'm concerned. He had some of the best character work I think was on display of his entire career. Arguably the best character work from Sami. And yeah, I think this is the right shout. And apparently it was a big occasion. There was bloody confetti and all sorts. As I say, I haven't seen it because I got kicked out. Anyway, right. Tune into NXT live reactions. They start at 1 a.m. GMT, I think. They start when NXT starts. That's how we do reactions. So I will see you there. If not, if this is the last time I see you, truly Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I hope 2021's better than 20. No, I do. I really do. Have yourselves a merry little Christmas.